Hi everyone, it's Elaine at Anabella's. Welcome back to FlossTube 204. I've missed you guys. It's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you. I've had an awful lot going on, but before I do all of that, let me welcome anyone that is new to my channel. I'm so happy that you found me. This channel is primarily about cross stitch and quilting and paper crafting with a little bit of my life thrown in every now and then. And if you're returning, thank you for bearing with me over the past 2 weeks, for being a subscriber, for ringing that notification bell, for all of your kind words and your support. We really, really appreciate each and every one of you. We would not be where we are today without every single one of you. So thank you. Got a lot of life updates to share with you before we jump into cross stitch and quilting. The first is to tell you about our fabulous girlfriend getaway. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. It'll be 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, we had it right here at our shop in Waynesville, North Carolina. You guys, it was fantastic. It exceeded my expectations as far as the first time putting on a girlfriend getaway. We had a great group of women. They were just fabulous. I was pleasantly surprised, I guess, that no one chose to leave the shop and go out and about and explore the town or do a road trip. They just fell in love with each other from the minute they got here, and they just wanted to spend every last minute together. So just to be in my room, I was doing some quilting and I could hear them all talking out here. And I can honestly say the testimonials are true. You can read them at anabellas.net, the kind things that they said, but they made friends for a lifetime. And a few of them were newbies. They had never attended a retreat before. A couple of them had never been to an Anabella's retreat, and they are now lifelong friends. What is really fun about this group is that they want to all come back together for our Christmas girlfriend getaway in December. So how fun, right? So anyways, it was great. I designed something for them to stitch, and I was very touched that they all decided to go ahead and stitch this piece. I'll insert a photo of it here. Hi, Pumpkin. Wanna come up? Let me get Chloe May. Oh, it's Chloe. Hey, puppy. She missed mommy. I was pleasantly surprised that they decided to stitch this piece instead of a retreat piece or something they brought, one of their whips. So they all sat and stitched this throughout the weekend. And then I held a class for all of them to make finishing fun. We took the fear out of finishing here at Anabella's. We went ahead and finished this off. They painted the board, learned how to create the ribbon, how to properly mount the board using fabric. All they had to do when they get home, when they're done finishing the peach, is to adhere it. And I think I heard that they're bringing it back in December, and maybe we're going to finish it again when they arrive. So just a really fun time. And then right after that, I went to Tucson, and I spent the first 4th of July with my sister since we were in high school. So it was wonderful. We did a lot of fun things, but the pool wasn't one of them. I did not want to get in that pool, but I did. And once I was in, I was fine. It was very refreshing. But what we did was we went to the Dollhouse Miniature Museum. And if you don't know, on top of the many things that I love to do as a maker, I have always loved dollhouse miniatures. And when we moved from Florida, I had to part with 2 out of the 3 of my beautiful miniature houses. But what I did is I saved all of the furniture, all of the fixtures, a lot of things like that. And then going to this dollhouse museum kind of reignited my desire to maybe finish off the log home that I have in my hen den. So when we built the house in Maggie Valley, 23 years ago, I did buy a kit, and my son and I actually built the dollhouse, but I've never finished it. I haven't put the electricity in, I haven't wallpapered it, although I don't know that I'll wallpaper many. But long story short, I'm kind of excited about maybe working on that this winter when I'm stuck up there and can't get to the shop, because I don't have time to do it any other time. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And then I'll insert a couple of photos. These are just random photos as we're talking. After that, and when I say we, Chardette and her boyfriend, Brian, and for those of you who know, I get emotional every time I say this, her husband, Rick, passed away a couple of years ago, very suddenly, and she's found Brian. and I think Rick sent him to her. He's wonderful, and we had such a great time together. They're like two peas in a pod. They're so stinking cute. I can't stand it. I think they look like twins, but we just had a great time, and we went up to Mount Lemmon. So that is at about 9,000 feet. And she lives in Tucson. So the drive up was really incredible. You start in the desert with the saguaro cactuses and, nothing green, just very brown, but beautiful. And by the time you get up to Mount Lemmon at 9,000 feet, you're literally in a forest once again, like I live in here. Beautiful trees, pine trees, and it's, a stark difference between the desert and then just driving up 9,000 feet. And what's up there is the University of Arizona's Sky Center. So that's an astrological type of evening where we spend outside in the dark, in the very, very dark, looking at the galaxies, seeing all of the constellations, and looking through the University of Arizona's incredible telescopes. They've got probably some of the largest telescopes in the world. And we got to look through them. And I learned more about physics that night than I ever need to know for the rest of my life, because who knew so much? I didn't know anything about it. I didn't take physics in high school, and I probably will never want to take another class in it again after that. But it was very educational. And I'll insert a couple photos here. It was just mind-boggling. I left there kind of in awe of the fact that, here we are on planet Earth thinking that, we know it all and do it all. And there's a lot out there probably, right? And I learned about how, every night they scan our night sky, every 20 minutes. And they're looking for asteroids, and they're looking for new galaxies, and they're looking for things that maybe shouldn't be up there, if you know what I mean. But they're keeping us safe. So that was kind of really, really cool. Never thought of that, You're always worrying about what goes on here on the ground. You forget what's up there that could be coming at you. So it was great. And then what did we do after that? I'm trying to think what the other thing was. I don't know. It was a lot. We did a lot. We spent a lot of time together. It was probably one of the nicest trips I've had with my sister in quite some time, because prior to that, Rick had passed away, and I'd only been out a couple times. And of course, we were grieving. So it was just nice. It really was. And I cried when I left, and she cried, and it stinks. We're so far away from each other. But I told her that her and Brian need to come here next. So we'll hope they will. And then I'll have to do a FlossTube with her so you guys can meet my beautiful sister. You want to get up here too? There's lots of dogs on my table here. Lay down. You guys sit. If you're going to be on the table, you got to lay down like a puppy. Thank you so much. Okay, so then yesterday, guess what? My little sweet nugget, Colton, my son Andrew and Jamie's little boy, turned 4. So a lot of you that have watched me remember when he was born, right? It was only 4 years ago. And here he is celebrating his 4th birthday. He had a Spider-Man birthday party. And by the time Andrew FaceTimed with me last night, the kid was fried and was not interested in talking to grandma or grandpa. So he had a boo-boo face. So we didn't get to talk to him very much. But I know he got to spend time with my ex-husband and with Laura. Some of you have met Laura. Hi, Laura. And they live in South Florida, so they were able to spend some time with them. So he had a very, very nice birthday. Okay, let's jump into cross stitch. That's enough of a life update, right? You want to get down? Here, then stop, because you're driving me crazy, both of you. Why don't you go lay down, play in traffic. Okay, so let's jump into cross stitch. I've got a lot to show you because it's been a minute since I met you. Not a lot, but I have some fun things to show you. First is Anabella has had, I think, 2 releases. We may have had 4 releases since we last met, but I'm just going to point out these 2. You can find the rest in our Etsy shop or on the website. Our Skinny Minis August is here. Now, I want you to take a peek at those. Look how cute they are. They remind me of the school uniforms that Chardette and I used to wear when we were in Catholic school as little girls. But they're all ready to go. She's got her book, and he looks all dapper and ready to go in his cute little uniform. And I love the little pencils up at the top. So that is fun. And these can be stitched together or they can be stitched individually. We have customers that do it both ways, but they are skinny and they are minis and they're fun to stitch and lots of ways that you can finish them. And then here is our August tiny monthly marker. And I don't know what it was about this chart. My daughter did this chart, by the way. And I don't know what it is about this chart, but it makes me think about sitting outside at night in the summertime, listening to the sounds and of summer. And you were such a pain in the butt, and watching the fireflies. So isn't that cute? So that just reminds me of that. And we don't have fireflies here yet, but hopefully next month, I think maybe in late July, early August, hopefully we'll get some. I love fireflies. Okay, so that's it for us. You'll see lots more coming. We have the needlework marketplace coming up next month. Anabella's will have a lot of releases that will come out then. And as soon as we start putting those out there, you can place pre-orders. So that'll be coming soon. But here we have some new releases by Primrose Cottage. So you can order these now. They're going to ship next week. Here we have Bless Our Home. This is a really cute little chart. I think the colors are similar to the colors that she's used before, but I'm not sure. Lay down. And then she also made this coordinating needle minder. So you can, when you go to the Etsy shop, you can purchase the needle minder. The link for the needle minder is right in the description of the chart. So they're sold separately. But if you like the needle minder, you can go ahead and grab that. And then she also has 3 others. The first one is Halloween Cauldron. So there you go, nice Halloween colors. No Tricks, Just Treats. It's another Halloween chart. And then every year, well, not every year, but I think for the past few years, she's designed a snowman. And this is going to be their 2025 snowman. Can you believe we're talking about snowman in July? But it is Christmas in July, right? So you can be sure to check those out. What happened? Did this fall off? There you go. So you can be sure to check those out. And then Country Cottage Needleworks has a new release. This is her mini village. So every month she has a little mini village that she puts out. This one is August. This also is another nod to back to school, which is coming up very, very soon. This is a pre-order. This won't ship to distributors until the end of next week, but you can go ahead and order it now. And if you are on the auto ship, your invoices were already sent, so you should be good to go. October House Fiber Arts has some new designs released. This one I love. This is called Stitchy Spot. And then the Shepherd's Ear is a new series. I believe she released it at Nashville, but I'm not sure. But the 2 charts that are in the series, they're monthly, that are out now, just came out, are October and November. So here's October, and this is November. Twin Peak Primitives is also getting into the Christmas spirit. These llamas are adorable. This is called Christmas Llamas. And then, let me get another sip of Sprite. No water this afternoon. Then let's talk about some fun wool applique or felting that has come into the shop. So these patterns are adorable. This one I love. This is called Jingle Bell Stocking. I just think these are so adorable, these stockings. So there's 2. And then Christmas Ornaments is right here. And then we also have these adorable Christmas bowl fillers. Now last year, any type of bowl filler around the holidays was really big here at Anabella. So I'm hoping to have all of the ones that we carried last year, plus any new ones that come out. So that's fun. And then, although I haven't gotten a lot of stitching in, I do have one model that is done. I just have to fully finish it. I'll do it this week, and then that'll be released. But what I've been working on is my Christmas stocking, my felt stocking, wool applique that I showed to you, back 3 weeks ago. But we got in 3 new kits. So let me show you the 3 new kits that have come in. They just came in today. This one is Treasure of the Kings, a Treasure of Kings. So look at how fun this is. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if you're not familiar with the stocking kits by Busilla, everything that you need is in this kit. This is stamped felt, so it's very, very easy to embroider and to adhere the sequins and the beads to the stocking. But next week, I'll be sure to show you the progress of my stocking that I've been working on. And then this one I love. If you have a granddaughter or a grandson, what a fun Christmas stocking this would make. This is called Toyland or Toyland Treasures. And you can just see all the cute little child type. Look at that. Everybody had one of those, right? And the little duck. Child themed designs that you'll put on here. Now, what's really fun about this kit is that it has a coordinating kit of ornaments. So if you're, ambitious, you could do both, right? You could make the stocking, and then you could make these ornaments for the tree. And there's 6, I believe, there's 6 felt ornaments in here. So you'll get all of these. Now, these are not going to be the same size that are on the stocking. So don't think that maybe you could just take that and make it. You'll probably need to get this kit as well if you'd like to do that. But I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying it. I've always liked all types of needlework, whether it's, wool felt or whether it's crochet or knitting or I haven't done needlepoint. Have you done needlepoint? I haven't done needlepoint. I don't think I want to do needlepoint. That's just one more thing I have to add to the basket. I'm good. But I do love it, and I'm enjoying doing my stocking. Okay, retreat news. Let's talk about retreats just for a quick minute. Tomorrow is our Christmas in July pop-up retreat. I am so excited about it. We're gonna have a fabulous time celebrating Christmas a little bit early. We've got some fun things planned, some games, some prizes. It's just gonna be a really great time together. Unfortunately, it is sold out. So if you would like to get notified when we have registration open for our autumn pop-up retreat or our Christmas pop-up retreat in December, just visit anabellas.net. At the top, there is a Notify Me tab under the Pop-Up Retreat tab, and you'll just get notified when I open up registration. So they do sell out quickly. Now, if you're new, you may be wondering, what in the holy heck is a pop-up retreat? So we do live in-person retreats. We do those all over the country. We also do them at sea, and they're a lot of fun. But for a lot of folks, they're not affordable, or they have health issues. Oh, it's gonna thunder out. Riley doesn't like that. Or they have health issues that prohibit them from coming, or financial issues, or work issues. But they miss out on the camaraderie and the friendship and the joy of being with like-minded people for an afternoon where they can sit and stitch, maybe learn something new, make new friends, catch up with old friends. So we do pop-up retreats, and that is just our way of bringing you an opportunity to cuddle up on your sofa with a cup of tea and sit and stitch the day away while enjoying company with fellow stitchers. And they're much more affordably priced than our large retreats. So check it out if you're interested. We'd love to have you. They're always fun. And I'm looking forward to not only tomorrow, Christmas in July, but our autumn pop-up is always fabulous, as is our Christmas. So those are yet to come. And speaking of retreats, let me just tell you that our cruise to Alaska is sold out. So that cruise is with Priscilla and Chelsea. It is coming up in 2026. We're very excited about it. It's going to be wonderful. And we have gone ahead and made the announcement that we are moving forward with our next cruise, which is to Italy. Now that is going to be in 2027. But because the cruise lines open up, your opportunity to make your reservation a year at least in advance, you can expect that I'm going to open that up pretty soon. Now, right now, it is not yet open. You cannot yet reserve the dates. I'm going to call Royal Caribbean early next week and talk to them a little bit, but it is going to be an Italian cruise. I'm just not sure if we're going to start in Rome or if we're going to start in a different country. But either way, Italy it is. I can't wait, you guys. I've been to Rome. It's fabulous. I want to go back. And if you have not been, this is going to be outstanding trip of a lifetime. So stay tuned. Okay. Now, let's talk about on land, right? So the last day to register for our All Things Autumn Retreat is July 14th. And this is with Erica Michaels and Sweet Wing Studio. Now, this retreat does have spots available simply because it was originally scheduled for last year when we got hit by Hurricane Helene. So, of course, we could not hold the retreat. It was rescheduled. And the rescheduled date, which is in September, has left us with some openings because I've gone ahead and let some folks transfer to other retreats. Not doing that any longer. If you haven't already transferred, it's too late. But there are some openings. So if you would like to come to Asheville, North Carolina and spend a great weekend with 2 fabulous designers, we would love to have you. So go ahead and check that out, but hurry, don't waste. And I think there's still some hotel rooms available, but don't quote me on that. Okay, let's talk quilting. So yesterday I did a quick video. I think I put it out last night. And it is about our very newest, hi puppy, our very newest BellaBundles. And I featured the most recent Fat 8th bundles that I just curated for the shop. Now, many of these are both fall and Christmas themed, okay? So I want you to either go ahead and look at last night's video, you can check it out. But they're really fun, these little BellaBundles, these Fat 8th bundles. They're fantastic to use for small sewing projects or for making finishing fun. My baby's shaking. I gotta hold him, you guys. He's shaking so bad. It's thundering out. He just can't cope. Hey, baby, it's okay. I know. But it's great for, you know, making finishing fun, small cross stitch finishing projects, making little pillows, using the fabric on a mounting board. Normally what I have found is you don't need a fat quarter, first of all. And what are you going to do with that extra fabric, right? Because once you cut into a fat quarter, you don't usually have much left to do much else with. So that's how the Fat 8th bundles have come about. So check those out. You can see the video. I inserted a lot of pictures right there. It's okay. But if you have not read the blog lately, and I don't know how many of you read the blog because I don't track that, but if you haven't read the blog lately, there's 2 posts up. One of the posts is yesterday too. I did it last night, and it is 59 things you can do with a Fat 8th, right? Because I know that when you sit down at your sewing machine, you're like, what in the world am I supposed to do with this little piece of fabric? Well, I have answers for you. So go ahead and check out the blog. I put a graphic in there. I made this cute graphic. It'll give you all kinds of ideas. So next time you sit down with a BellaBundle or a Fat 8th, and you're like, what do I do with this? There you go. Now you've got some ideas. I also did a blog post about something that has been coming up quite a bit, and this is how do I remove brush marks when I'm painting a Bella board. So I did a post on that. You can check it out. Super, super easy, you guys. I know sometimes, you know, painting can be intimidating, but we want to really take the fear out of finishing. And one of the ways I do that is try to communicate with you things that I hear other folks raising their hand and saying help. So that's one of them. So check out that blog post. It'll give you some tips and tools that you can use next time you sit down to paint a Bella board or do any type of painting, really, so that you can get rid of some of those brush marks. Okay, it's going to be a short video today. I've got lots to do because I've got to catch up on being out of the shop for a week or 2. Let's talk Happy Mail. Happy Mail is something that Terry and I do for folks that watch our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you'll look up and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. I can't tell you how much it means to us because it helps with algorithms. It helps folks that are looking for floss tubers, and it really helps Anabellas. So if you could do that, that would be terrific. And then of course, you only just get notified when I've uploaded a new video. It's not like you're bombarded by YouTube with all kinds of stuff. So every week, what we do is if you are watching and you comment on the question that I pose, if you're a subscriber to the channel, if you like the video, and you're over the age of 18, then we give away some Happy Mail. We don't tell you what it is in advance. We put it in a pretty pink envelope because we want you to be surprised when you get it. I love getting things in the mail. My sweet friend Maria surprised me with a beautiful gift right before I left to go out to see my sister. She's a love. So if you're watching, Maria, thank you again. She's my best friend. I love her. So I love Happy Mail. I love getting something in the mail. So that's what we do. So the last time we met, I asked everybody, what are you stitching right now? Who's the designer and what's the name of the chart? So thank you to everybody who participated. You can get lots of good ideas, you guys. If you're wondering what you could be stitching next, go read some of the comments. You might be able to find something that stirs your interest. So these are the winners. If I call your name, send an email to me at anabellashop@gmail.com, and we will get your Happy Mail right out to you. So last week, or the last time we met, the winners were Toey Gale, Grammar Witter, Kim Ramelli 6, Kathy Birch 9591, Christine Stitches 3893, and Linda Willer 7073. So congratulations, ladies. We'll get that Happy Mail right out to you. Just send us that email, anabellashop@gmail.com. Okay, so this week, here's a question for you. Have you transitioned yet? Now that the 4th of July is over, have you transitioned to fall or Halloween stitching? And what do you prefer? So I guess it's a two-part question. Have you transitioned, number one? Number two, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Halloween stitching, or do you prefer fall/autumn stitching? I want to know. I'm curious. So go ahead and let us know. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at the pop-up retreat. If you're going to be there, you will get an email this evening with your login information. Or I'll be back here on Wednesday. We're going to start picking up QuiltTube again because all of the busy sewing season is ahead. So tune in on Wednesday for QuiltTube. If I don't see you at either of those, I will see you back here next Friday for another edition of FlossTube. Until then, everybody, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. See you later. Bye.